What the auditor from the General Auditing Commission GAC say about the Liberia Telecommunications Authority LTA. Here are key things to know about the audit of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority LTA for the period covering January 1, 2023 to December 31, 2023. Auditors are the government people who can check on how those who collect or receive government money and other items spend or use them. They help to fight corruption or prevent people from stealing from government and the public. LTA is a government body responsible to make sure that cell phone companies, internet companies, and other companies providing communication-related services act correctly, pay their taxes to government, and provide good services to the Liberian people. The auditor report on LTA for 2023 says they did many wrong things. 1. LTA did not give government US $3,859,662.18 it collected for government. 2. 440,000 United States dollars and 262,500,000 Liberian dollars was spent by LTA officials on the Liberia Digital Transformation Project with no head or tail. And 3. LTA added US $360,876.24 on the money it was supposed to give to the company that built their office. LTA pay over plus. 1. LTA did not give government its share of money collected. What the auditors say? The auditors said that the LTA people did not give government its share of money collected. US $3,859,662.18 meant for the government was not placed in the government account. What is bad about this? The auditors say that the government really needs a US $3,859,662.18 in question, and that because the LTA did not give the money to government, it could lead to the government money being used by the LTA big people. What did the LTA big people say to the auditor? The LTA big people did not say the auditors lied, but said that the auditors made small mistake. They said that the actual money they did not give government was US $3,859,662.18 and not the US $4,035,147.58 the auditor initially talked about. The auditors agree with the LTA people and finally said that the amount the LTA did not give to government is US $3,859,662.18. What did the auditors say should be done? The auditors say the LTA people should pay the money back to government and explain why the money is not in the LTA bank account. 2. Liberia Digital Transformation Project. What the auditors say about this? The auditors say the Minister of State wrote the LTA on June 16, 2023 and asked them to provide money for the Liberia Digital Transformation Project that Tama Corporation was working on. Then on September 20, 2023, the Minister of State wrote the LTA to add another company, 231 Data Incorporated, as one of the companies to work on the project. The auditor says the LTA had no contract with Tamba and 231 Data. There was no document on what the project was supposed to do. There was no document on how Tamba and 231 Data was selected. And there was no document showing what Tamba and 231 did with the US $440,000 and the Liberia $262,500,000 given to them. The auditor also said that under the LTA big woman, Edwina Zagba, was signing all the checks to spend money under the project. Those with signing power were Madam Zagba and the person who was the CEO or big man of Tamba Corporation. The auditor did not say his name, but when CENTAL checked, it found that the person who was the CEO of Tamba Corporation 2023 was Abdullah Kamara, the same person appointed by President Joseph Boakai as the big man to LTA. What did the LTA people say to the auditor? Some of the LTA people, Israel Akinsanya, Zotawan Tatos, Councillor Osborne Dix, and James Bawiye say they cannot be blamed for what happened under the project because they know nothing about the project. They say that the blame should go to Madam Zagba, the old LTA big woman. 3. LTA headquarters building project. What did the auditor say about this? The auditor said the LTA people gave Building Materials Central Group Incorporated or BMC additional US $360,876.24 more than what the contract says should be paid. The auditor also said that the government office that deals with contracts, the PPCC, cancelled the first process for the award of the building contract, and that only BMC took part in the second process. What is bad about this? The auditor said it is possible that the LTAB people are not following the building contract, and that it is possible that they could pay the contractor for work that the contractor did not do. The auditor also said the LTAB people broke the law that deals with giving people contract. What did the LTAB people say to the auditor? The LTAB people who in power now say the reason $360,876.24 that US dollar was added on the contractor money is because the site where they were building the office was a swampland and additional work had to be done there during the rainy season. So they said an additional agreement was done. But some of the big people who were there during the time of the contract say that they should not be blamed for what happened. Israel Akinsanya, Zotawan Tatos, Councillor Osman Dix, and James Bawie say that the LTA woman, Madam Edwina Zangba, should take the blame. They said that they tried talking to Madam Zangba to not pay the US $360,876.24 to BMC. But she said that the contract was under her office and that she will make payments and take any blame for it. They said Madam Zangba told them that President Weah made her the big woman and gave her a green letter and that nobody will control her. What did the auditor say should be done? The auditor said the LTA people should give good reason why they made extra payment of US $360,876.24 to BMC because the additional agreement they talk about have no backing. The auditor said that the way BMC was given the contract without any competition could lead to bad work being done. CENTAL says that even though the auditor said these things, government will have to take the LTA officials or those involved to court so they can clear their names. If they do not clear their names, then the court will hold them and even put them in jail. But until that time, nobody can say they actually did corruption, didigba, or babakbati. This was brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia, CENTAL, with funding from the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, CEDA. Call 4432 to report corruption.